What's going on, everybody? It's Q Jackson, host of BLK Talk. We're back with another amazing episode. And this one is special because over my years in media, this young lady has been doing public relations. And I've been fortunate enough to be blessed to interview and work with some of her clients. Guess what? Now she's the client. And she's going to tell us why she's a client today. So I would like you guys to help me welcome Latoria of Lemon Lime Light Media. Welcome to BLK Talk.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is crazy, right?
It is. Like, normally it's you on the other side. Now you are the talent.
That's crazy, right? You just never know how life gonna take you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, for the people who don't know, soon OWN will be coming out with a new series.
Yes. It's called Heart and Hustle Houston. It highlights 6 ladies. I'm one of the 6. Not only will you get to see our heart, but you're going to see our hustle. You're going to see our grind. There's some ladies on the show that are mothers, that are wives. There's me that's navigating through life of being a single woman, trying to figure out my next move personally and professionally. So y'all are in for a treat. It's 8 episodes, but it's full of greatness.
Like, that's crazy. Like, how did that come about for you?
Crazy enough, I received a DM like 3 years ago, and there was this lady, and she was basically saying, hey, listen, I'm casting for a show, and we've been checking you out. I initially thought she was reaching out for a client. So I asked her, I said, well, which client are you referring to? She was like, no, I'm talking about you. Like, I see your hustle. She said, I can't tell you too much about what we're doing, but I think we need to get on the phone. And so and again, this was 3 years ago, so I've kind of kept everything under wraps for 3 years. And just hearing about the project and the positivity of it, because, you know, of course, I'm not here to be throwing drinks on nobody or, you know, trying to fight. No, that's just not me. And so hearing what, you know, the docuseries consisted of, I said, you know what? I could be a part of something like this. And I prayed about it. At the time, I talked to my dad about it. He prayed with me. He said, you know, I think it's your time. Like, I think it's your time. So, yeah. So,
for you to have the opportunity to be in front of the scenes after being, like, behind the scenes working so hard for so long, and to know that somebody was paying attention to you and wanted to present an opportunity like this, how does that make you feel as an entrepreneur, as, you know, as a human being? Like, how does that feel?
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a testament to you never know who's watching. And be yourself. One thing about me, I'm myself wherever I go. Whether it's in front of the cameras, whether it's with clients, you're going to get transparency. You're going to get probably a laugh or two. You're going to get a hard worker. You're going to get someone that's passionate. And so, it's a testament to you never know who's watching. But just watch how you operate. Watch how you treat people. Watch the things you post. Because obviously my work and just my life in general, I've been very honest on social media with what it is, who I am, and I keep using the word insane because it's so insane to me. Because, you know, Oprah Winfrey Network, like, crazy part about it, when I lived in Atlanta working for 135, which y'all know Septosa and Shantae and everybody. I was an account leader for 135, and OWN was my account. So, so I worked on
a full circle type situation.
You just never know. And OWN didn't, like, the people in casting and everything, they didn't know this. But to literally make it happen for all the talent on OWN for years, and now it's like I'm talent on OWN, like, that's insane.
So what I want to know, like, some of the things that you instill in your clients when they go on the red carpets, when they're in interviews, like, what are some of those things that you're now having to, like, regurgitate and do yourself?
For sure. One, I always tell my clients, don't talk with your hands. Everybody talk with their hands, and so my media trainings are intense, right? So I don't mind putting my clients through them when they act up. Y'all know I work with rappers, so so some of my clients who shall remain nameless are always in media training. But I tell them, have confidence, be yourself. I've never been the type of publicist to try to create this will of this who I want you to be. I take who you are, and we just elevate it, right? I'll give a funny story. Well, it's funny to me, but a few years ago we did Revolt, and Justin was there, my best friend Justin. Slim Thug, which is one of my clients, he was hosting a panel, and he literally came up to me before the panel. He said, "I need media training."
Oh,
like literally. It was in the moment, and so I sat down and we went through it, and we went through the questions. We talked through it, and we prepped, and so. Now, mind you, I had prepped him already, but he wanted media training again, which I want everybody
a little refresher.
Yeah, a little refresher don't hurt, you know. And I've been with him like 8 or 9 years, so we know each other well enough to have that transparency with each other. But some of the other things that I'm learning just along the process is if I'm able to build it for others, I can build it for myself as well.
Now, let's dive a little deeper into that, because for years, when I met you, I was working with a publication. Over the years, I've worked with other people, and I would say over maybe the last year or so, you know, I've taken the steps to like focus on self, and it's been very rewarding. Now, it was a little I was a little nervous. I'm like, I don't have a team to run things by, or there's not a graphic designer to help with this, or somebody to do that. It's all me. So for you, when you got to that point, like, what was that realization? Like, I want to put something out in the world for myself, like I've done other people.
I'm still getting to that point, and I'm a firm believer that sometimes when God is elevating you, He makes you uncomfortable. And to be very honest, like, I can't even tell you how many times I've cried, like just thinking of God's path with my life. I've told this story before, but I moved to Atlanta at 17 to go to Clark Atlanta to study radio, TV, and film. And after my freshman year, I literally had to change my major to public relations because I was working with Essence, and I had an advisor that was like, "Hey, I heard she was working with Essence. I've already changed your major. You're going to go into PR."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to be a syndicated radio personality. I want to be on TV, all these things." And at the age of 19, that's when I started my PR career. And it's just been going full circle. And really and truly, when I think about it, along the way, I think there were times where I did forget about my actual dream. Like, there's times I was like, "Oh, I want to get back into radio," or, "Oh, I want to get back into TV." And it was almost like timing wasn't aligned, or it just wasn't, you know, all coming together. And now it's like, it's coming together. And it's weird because it's uncomfortable, but I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I truly have one of the best angels in the world, and that's my dad. And I know he's in heaven, like, just navigating things for me. So,
before his passing, like, what are some of the conversations that you guys had that have gotten you to the place where you are right now today?
Absolutely. So, I shot the pilot for this show like 2 years ago, and my dad was in the pilot, and baby, they loved Daddy Lemon, because if you think I'm a burst of energy, you never knew what he was gonna say. He was just a funny guy and very charismatic, and so he always instilled good things into me. He always had a scripture for me. There would be days where I was, and granted, I'm one of those people where I don't really talk about work to my friends and to my family unless it's just, you know, completely chaotic. But there would be times where I know he felt my energy, and he'll call me and just say, "Hey, baby, I want to pray with you," or "Hey, you know, I'm just thinking of you." And so, or he'll just send me a song or a scripture. And so his covering was just something that was so dynamic. And I still feel his presence right now. Like, we were best friends, you know, and there wasn't too many decisions that I made for my life where I didn't say, "Hey, Daddy, pray with me," or "Pray for me." And so I know that having his blessing for this show, I just feel like it's destined for greatness, because not only was he a good person, but he was a man of God and a man of integrity, and all those things he still did me. And he was a single father. You know how people be like, "Oh, a single mother can't raise a little boy or a son." Well, people thought the same thing. Like, a single father can't raise a young lady. And my dad raised a hell of a woman.
Yeah.
Like, and he used to always tell me, no matter what you do, remain a lady. And I always think about that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, okay, now I want to ask this question. Now, it's slightly off topic, but you've been in the business space for a very long time.
Right.
Now, when it comes to a man who's tough and firm, you know, they call him assertive. They call him a boss.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a lady, you know, it's another term that oftentimes they call her. Like, for you, how have you been able to navigate that and not let things like that, like, deter you from what you are out here trying to do?
For sure. I mean, obviously in the entertainment space, and I'm also in hospitality as well, I sit at a lot of tables where I'm the only woman. But I've allowed my presence to speak volumes for me. I've allowed my work to speak volumes for me. A lot of the guys that I work with, they know that, hey, for things that just don't make sense, right? And I'm also transparent. The reason a lot of entertainers like working with me is because you're not going to get a yes man. You're going to get somebody that's, hey, I don't like that. That's not what we're doing. And I think what I've learned along the way is it's never what you do, it's how you do it. So that goes back to, I'm going to always be a lady. So I can tell you no and still love on you without saying, no, we ain't doing this. Like, I'm not really stepping out of character too much for it, you know? So I just believe in remaining myself. I believe in being transparent. And I just believe in, hey, we're all humans. I'm here to help you reach your goal. But I can't help you reach your goal if you're, you know, if you're out here being a cuckoo. A little delulu.
Okay.
A little boo-boos. It's happening.
Now, with what's going on now in reality TV, and honestly what's been going on for a very long time in reality TV, what do you 6 ladies, yourself in particular, what do you plan on bringing to TV with these 8 episodes?
For sure. I mean, me specifically, transparency. And I'm going to keep saying transparency. I could not commit to doing this without being the real Latoria. From trying to navigate through business, trying to figure out if PR was still something I wanted to do, which you'll have to tune in on the show to figure out what happens there. To even opening up a restaurant in literally during the season. And then, of course, you know, every situation has its ups and downs. You know, I'm pretty sure if you've seen the trailer, there was a little snippet of maybe a little back and forth between me and one person. But as I told her, I'm done. And that's just me. I'm not going back and forth with anybody. But also with that, I show my heart. The name of the show is Heart and Hustle. You can see me hustle all day long, but to see my heart, I don't think I've ever cried this much in my life, but this was a season of life that I think will help other people. So you'll see some things on the show about me that it's like, dang, I probably didn't know she was going through that, or dang, I didn't know that was her desires. And so just opening up about that, opening up about being a successful woman, trying to navigate through dating life. They have me listed as a hopeless romantic, but baby, I'm hopeful, not hopeless. Okay, not desperate. Okay, options. Okay, let's be clear. But yeah, so you'll see a variety of that, and then even with the other ladies, I mean, there's a young lady on there that's a celebrity event coordinator, Chloe. She's one of my good friends now. She just did like Deshaun Watson's wedding, but she also went through a lot during filming, and there was. When I tell you, they probably couldn't have picked a better time to film us because we were all going through just a variety of things. And there were times where we had to lean on each other in real life. Like, there were times where the cameras cut off and my producer is literally sitting on my couch like, I didn't know you were going through that.
Wow, let me make sure I pay my cable bill so I have OWN for the next 8 weeks.
Please.
So transparency and vulnerability.
Yeah.
2 different things. Like, being transparent, of course, that's one thing.
For
but
sure.
Being vulnerable, like, you have to get to a very, very strong place mentally to decide that you want to be vulnerable.
Right.
And not only to your circle of people, but to the entire world, the millions and millions and millions of people that will be watching the show. like what are some of the conversations that you've had with yourself, like preparing for that moment and preparing for that moment on film,
right?
But then you got to prepare for the people to reach out to you,
Yeah.
tweet about it, and things like that. Like, what are those conversations with yourself?
It's not necessarily with myself, it's with my therapist.
Shout out to therapy.
Oh yes, and she's on the show too. So
Okay.
that's how real it gets. So even if you watch the trailer, my therapist is in the trailer because there were times where I needed her. And this is that type of show where you're going to see the healing. You're going to see the journey. You're going to see the tears that I didn't expect to cry. Like, you're going to see the moments where it's like, all right, who do I really have? Like, I'm everybody's saving grace. I'm everybody's safe place. And then it's like, wow, where do I find that safe? Yeah.
Dear
you
God,
know?
I just felt that.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I recently told one of my friends, I was like, you know, and he's a guy, and, you know, he maybe macho. He talks at you, not to you. But I was like, you know, it's okay for you to check on me. It's okay. It's okay just for you to say, how's your day? Like, if we replace what you doing or where you at with, how are you? How's your day going? It probably could make a world of difference. And I'm also learning to be transparent in when people or certain people ask, how's your day going? Because it's easy for us to say good,
and keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
Knowing you going through all kinds of hell on the inside. Yeah.
I had someone ask me recently, how's your heart doing? Baby,
have you ever stopped and checked on it?
Have I checked on it?
Wow.
And I'm like, you know, it's beating. It's beating. But it's all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to incorporate that into my good mornings from now on.
How's your heart doing?
Wow.
Seriously. And I had to realize that the heart is so powerful. And I've had broken hearts along the way. And in full transparency, in the last 5 years, like, I can't even count on my hand how many people I've lost. From my older sister to my dad to clients like B King. And I mean, it's been a grief journey. And I've still had to pick up the pieces and go.
Yeah.
And so for me, that question of how's your heart doing is like, wow, I know it's broken, but it's getting mended back together. It may not ever be the same heart that I once had.
It's going to be a little different.
It's going to be
still be.
Exactly. But my heart is here, and so is my hustle.
And if that's not a reason for you guys to tune in, I don't know what is.
Right.
So before we go, tell the people how they can connect with you and what are some of the other things, aside from these 8 episodes, that you have coming up.
Yes. So you can connect with me by going to my website, lemonlimelightmedia.com. I'm also on Instagram, Latoria, LATORRIA_L. What do I have coming up? So I have a candle line coming up, Lemon Royale.
I hope you got some in your purse.
Listen, I will be sending you a care package here soon.
Okay.
So it's lemon candles, lemon scents, and it's I'm so excited about it. If you're ever in Houston, you can come to a restaurant by the name of Rain on Washington. I'm a part owner of Rain.
Okay.
So good food, good
Congratulations.
vibes. Thank you so much. You'll see it on the show as well. What else do I have coming up? I'm in the process of just expanding a lot. So stay tuned. This is a new season. So
make sure you guys stay tuned to everything that she has going on. And of course, stay tuned to BLK Talk for another amazing episode coming to you guys very soon.